Reading guitar tabs might seem confusing, but what if I told you it's actually easier than reading words? In today's lesson, I'll break it down so simple that you'll wonder why you ever found it tricky. Plus, I'll teach you a super useful picking exercise that'll help build speed, accuracy, and coordination with both your picking hand and your fretting hand. By the end, you'll be reading tab and playing your first finger and picking exercise. All right, so with guitar tabs, when looking at guitar tabs, there are a lot of different pieces of information that you can gather. And I want to keep it as simple as possible right now so that you can start reading music right away. So there's a couple different types of music. There's standard notation, which I'll show you right here. And there's guitar tabs. Now, guitar tabs are much easier to read than standard notation because standard notation has even more information. So with the tabs, like I said, I'm going to keep it nice and simple. So you notice that there are 6 horizontal lines, or 6 lines going side to side. These 6 lines represent the guitar strings. So the lowest string, or the bottom string on the tab, is your low E string, this one right here. The top string is the high E string, which is that one right there. Some people get a little confused with this. They think, okay, the top line on the tab should line up with the top string on my guitar, or the string that's closest. But that's not actually how it works. So you need to think low line on the tab is the low E string. This one right here. And the highest line, or the top line, is the high E string. This one right here. Another way to look at guitar tabs is as if you're looking down at your guitar like this. So the guitar is sitting flat on your lap, and you're reading it like this. So then you'd see that the high E string actually lines up exactly how you see it on the tabs. So you've got the 6 strings going side to side. Again, the lowest one's the low E string. Next one up is the A string, the D string, G string, B string, and then the top line is the high E string. So we got Eddie, 8, Dynamite, Goodbye, Eddie. Those are the 6 strings. Now we've got open strings, which you can see are shown by a 0. So how do you know which frets to play on each string? So on each line, when you see a number, that tells you that there's a note there. So if you see the number 0, that's telling you it's an open string. So think 0, think O, open, which means you're not putting any fingers down on that string. So if you see a 0 on the lowest line, that's the open low E string. Next one would be the A string, open, D string, G string, open B string, and open high E string. Now, you're not always going to see zeros. Sometimes you're going to see a 1, 2, a 3, and other numbers like that. Hey, if you're enjoying this lesson, do me a quick favor, hit that like button. It helps me know what to create for you next. Thanks so much, and let's get back into it. So those numbers are telling you which frets to play. So if you see a number 3 on the top line, that's the 3rd fret of the high E string. So we got 1, 2, and 3, this note right here. So again, you got the 6 lines going side to side, that's your strings. And the numbers that you see on each one of those lines tells you which note you're playing. The next thing I want to point out is if you see some numbers stacked one above the other, that means that it's a chord, or that those notes are played at the same time. Whereas if you see the notes going left to right, that means you're playing those notes one at a time. So I'm going to show you a great example of this, which there's different names for this exercise, but I'm going to call it the 1, 2, 3 exercise, because you're going to use your first finger, second finger, and your third finger. Now we're going to start on the low E string with your first finger on the 7th fret right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to play 1 finger per fret. So your first finger will play the notes on the 7th fret. Your middle finger will play the notes on the 8th fret. And your ring finger will play the notes on the 9th fret. So what we're going to do is do 1, 2, 3 on the low E string. We got 1, 2, 3. And when you're first practicing this, you can just use down picking. And once you get comfortable, you can use alternate picking. So alternate picking is when you go down, up, down, and then if we add a 4th note, we go up. So you're going to repeat this pattern on each string. So we go 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9. And then once we get the 9th fret on the high E string, we're going to go backwards. So we'll go 9, 8, 7, go up a string to the B string, 9, 8, 7, G string, 9, 8, 7, D string, 9, 8, 7, A string, 9, 8, 7, and then the low E string, 9, 8, 7. So you got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So right there, I'm telling you the finger numbers, and now we're gonna go the opposite direction. We're gonna go 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Again, like I said, start with down picking only to make it nice and easy, and go slower than you think you need to. Nice slow speed. Keep your thumb in the middle of the back of the neck. Try and keep the tip of your thumb pointing up toward the ceiling or slightly toward the head of the guitar, and really stay on your fingertips. And again, a good way to accomplish that is to drive your forearm forward. I'm driving my forearm toward the camera. And also, we want to keep some space between your palm and the bottom of the neck. So you should be able to slide a finger between your palm and the bottom of the neck. So one more time, nice and slow. We got 7, 8, 9, go down a string, 7, 8, 9, next string, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, and then 9, 8, 7, up a string, 9, 8, 7, 9, 8, 7, 9, 8, 7, 9, 8, 7, 9, 8, 7. So this is a great exercise for getting your fingers moving, getting some coordination between your picking hand and your fretting hand. And again, start with down picking only, and then you can try using alternate picking. I hope you enjoy this one. You can incorporate this into your practice routine every time you pick up your guitar. You tune it and then run through this exercise for about 2 minutes, and it'll make a big difference. You've made it this far, so I know you're serious about improving your guitar skills. Why not keep the momentum going? Hit subscribe to make sure you don't miss our future lessons, and then click on your next lesson right here. I think you'll love it. I'll see you over there.